Beyond Technical, Competitive Gaming.
Hi, and welcome everybody to Beyond Technical Competitive Gaming. This week we've got a lot of exciting stuff coming at you, and for anybody who's an ex-fan of the show, it was kind of more fighting game oriented in the past. From now on, what we're going to be doing is a lot more esports news related content. What we're going to jump into is we're going to cover 4 main games with Beyond Technical. Starcraft II, League of Legends being the 2 monster esport games right now, Dota 2, which is a quickly growing, massively competitive game, and obviously I haven't forgotten you guys in the fighting game community. Anytime there's some good big old fighting game news, we're going to make sure you guys get included as well. So welcome to Beyond Technical Gaming News, and let's get started. First off this week, we have some interesting news in the Starcraft II world for Inside the Game, a show hosted by DJ Wheat. DJ Wheat had a bit of an eruption on his show this week. He brought on a guest, Destiny, who made a controversial post over on Reddit, stating that he believes that Blizzard is the only force capable of saving Starcraft II from an inevitable downfall to its largest competitor, League of Legends. Destiny's claim is being contested on the show, with DJ Wheat in control and primarily Idra making some critical points to his accusation towards Blizzard. Destiny then responded by logging on and being invited to the show over Skype. Once he was on the show, it was very heated. There's a lot of different discussions. Everybody made some excellent points. But honestly, what ended up happening is everybody got a little bit out of control. Everybody was making mistakes with the way they were presenting themselves. Destiny suggested that if Starcraft II continues to fail, the Korean players will slowly be pushed over to League of Legends. Then he took a personal jab at Idra and In Control on the show by saying that this will allow them to start winning tournaments again. Obviously this was kind of a childish comment, followed up by more childish antics. He then quickly logged off of the show, which allowed DJ Wheat to absolutely explode. If you're a little bit more sensitive, or for some of our younger viewers, you might want to watch out. There's some strong language coming up.
Fucking wrote
What
it.
happened?
You know what? That was such a fucking pussy-ass bitch cop-out. I can't even fucking... Yeah, that's right. I'm wearing fucking pajama pants because I had to stand up for how fucking lame that actually was.
Many heated debates have formed over who's wrong, who's right, and who should apologize for what. Honestly, none of these guys came out unscathed, apart from potentially Pain User, who actually kept his composure and tried to keep everybody level-headed. He was an absolutely prime example of keeping your cool in a heated situation. So, thumbs up, Pain User. You earned it.
First off, we don't need to get into all this shit, but
Another shock came this week when Life overtook MVP in the best of 7 finals to win the GSL Code S Korean Championships. Life, being only 15 years old, is now the youngest Korean to win a major tournament in Korea. That's a lot of Korea. This tournament has sparked some fantastic results because there is an image floating around of Life's father making a very unimpressed face, which has obviously resulted in the unimpressed Asian father meme. 4-3, why not 4-0? Code S, why not Code A? We've got some footage of the Code S finals where Life takes his win in his very first game, starting the snowball effect that eventually led him to victory. They went into late game almost every time. It was a fantastic match. It's available over on GOM TV if you're a subscriber. If not, you can only watch the first match for free. I suggest checking it out regardless. You can find a link to that down below in the description of the video. In other competitive news, Acer.Nerchio beats out his teammate Acer Bly in a Zerg vs Zerg finals over at Dreamhack Bucharest. Acer.Nerchio beat Bly 3-0, sweeping him straight out of the finals in the tournament. Other big news this week, Team Slayers, formed by professional Starcraft II player Boxer, has disbanded this week. The rumor mill has said that MMA had a personal sponsorship from Razer. Twitter user Chris Mitchell tweets to MMA, "Corporation R did have an interest in a personal sponsorship with you, just to reassure you." This has sparked a lot of controversy because apparently Jessica did not inform MMA of this chance at a personal sponsorship, potentially losing MMA some revenue. Team Dignitas is sad to announce this week that Select is going to be quitting Starcraft II, potentially to go over and try and play Dota 2 competitively. Select has issued this statement. "Recently, I feel that I am too old to play RTS games anymore. As you get slower, as you get older. Also, many young people who are fast trying harder than me and practicing very systematically in their team house in Korea. I feel that it is very hard for me to catch up without living and practicing in Korea. So I've decided to quit Starcraft II and move on to some other." I believe what he's saying is that I'm done with Starcraft II because I feel like I'm a little bit too old for the game and the younger players are coming in and starting to beat me. He's going to try and move over to Dota 2, which requires a little bit less speed and finesse. The APM's a little bit lower. A sad day to lose Select, as he is a fantastic Protoss player in Starcraft 2, and I really think you're not too old, buddy. You should stick in there. But hey, best of luck with Dota 2 if that's what suits you. It's a fantastic game and it's on the rise. New Heart of the Swarm update this week says that they're going to be introducing levels. Levels will work in this way. You'll have 20 levels for each race that you play. Your profile will show some format of the combined levels, either like an average or your highest one. They haven't really made that clear yet. Your levels are going to accumulate whether you play ranked games, unranked games, custom games, etc. You're obviously going to gain more from playing your ranked games. Depending on how well you do, apparently for each unit built, for how long the game goes on, you're going to earn more and more experience. You'll also get something like a first win of the day bonus, like the other games are giving you. This piece of fluff is nice, and I think it's going to be a really great addition for the casual players, but I'm hoping, let's cross our fingers, guys, and see some real substantial change to StarCraft II. Something that's not just a surface little fluff scratcher, something like that. I don't know what a fluff scratcher is, but let's get some real change, right, Blizzard? Another heart of the swarm change has come to the Oracle unit for the Protoss. The Oracle originally would kind of hover in and then entomb all your minerals, stopping all of your guys from mining, and it was ridiculously distracting because you ended up having to keep your army back at home to try and deal with these entombed. They've taken that ability away from the Oracle. Instead, they've given it something called Pulsar Beam. It drains 2 mana a second and deals 20 damage a second to buildings. So every 40 seconds of uninterrupted zapping, you can kill one thing. It's a powerful unit. Thanks, Blizzard. The Oracle's also gained an ability called Time Warp. Time Warp, you put down like an area of effect and it slows all units in it by 50%. This could potentially be a decent change, but I don't really think it's worth its own unit. I'm gonna have to see if I'm wrong about that one, but right now it's looking very odd as Blizzard continues to strip abilities from these units and kind of make them a little bit more meh. Over in League of Legends news, MLG Dallas has been announced. It will take place on November 2nd to the 4th, and they've announced the teams it will be featuring. I could film this 1,000 times and never remember all these names, so I'm gonna read them off the paper. Azubu Blaze, Curse, Najin Sword, Dignitas, CLG EU, CLG NA, Team Dynamic, and TSM will all be present. I know, guys, it's a pretty big shocker. Most of these teams are really unheard of. Are you a fan of Team Solo Mid? Then you might want to check this story out. They've been really busy with a lot of events lately, so they've got a little bit of a free bonus feature for everybody. Chaox is going to be streaming free lessons with a multitude of heroes to try and get everybody up to speed and playing a little bit higher game. So if you're interested in being a high-level competitor, League of Legends, check it out. Chaox might have some tips for you. As with everything, links in the description of the video. A huge piece of news this week popping up on the Reddit servers is the Brazilian League of Legends server has been constantly DDoSed and attacked. Apparently there's some people in Brazil that literally have control and they can just turn the server off as easy as that. The Brazilian representatives for Riot have announced that they're actively combating these attacks and trying to get the servers back online. They don't release very much information because they're trying to keep all that security information internally so that they can't be used offensively against them. Team Solo Mid isn't the only team helping you guys out this week. A user over on Team Dignitas named Fox has uploaded a team composition tutorial that's actually really handy to try and identify what heroes you should choose and how to fit them into a proper team. The tutorial features ways to build your team around standardized strategies, such as protect the AD carry or an aggressive split push team. It's really useful. You guys are definitely going to want to check it out. It's got some great advice in there, and if you're looking to be a top tier player, this is the kind of stuff you're going to want to know. Twitter user DotaBuff posted that Dota has actually already cracked 2 million players. This is really impressive because Dota's not even out yet. Dota 2 is still in a beta format, so if you get 2 million players in your beta, I think that game's going to be pretty big. Other happy news, Dota 2 continues to port over heroes from Dota 1. This week we've had Centaur added. Centaur's basically the same hero as he was in Dota 1, except he's got a new ultimate. His ultimate lets your entire team run at maximum movement speed with no unit collision. Also, if you run through an enemy unit while you're running with this, it's going to stun them and deal some additional damage. This should make Centaur a pretty competitive hero, since he's already got his big AoE stun. In other Dota 2 news, the Corsair Vengeance Dreamhack Cup has opened registration for online qualifiers. So head on over to the website right now and sign your team up so you guys can get in there. The day of the tournament, they're also going to have some offline qualifiers. So you know what? You're a little bit procrastinating, that's the kind of thing in your team. You can still get in. Just show up and beat everybody else. Anybody interested in some Dota 2 tournaments or VODs of tournaments they might have missed should check out what user Sheevars has uploaded to Reddit this week. Sheevars has created a compiled list of all the Dota 2 tournaments and upcoming matches that you're going to want to check out. Over on sheevargaming.com, he's posted everything that he can. He's promised to keep it up to date, so you better keep your word, Sheevars, so the rest of us can check out some awesome Dota 2 matches and highlights. Now, fighting game community, don't think I've forgotten about you guys. This week there's an amazing tournament coming up called Canada Cup. Canada-cup.ca is their website, and it will be taking place on October 26th to the 28th. Hey, I was right. Pretty much every big name in fighting games is going to be there. You've got your Mike Ross, People's Champion, you gotta like watching him, Filipino Champ, I've seen some PR Balrog, my personal favorite. Balrog it up, buddy. Everybody's heading on over to Calgary, Alberta for this tournament. So either hop on Twitch and show your support, or head on out. It's a fantastic tournament, amazing event. I really wish I could be there. Fortunately, I gotta, do some other stuff, but good luck to everybody, and wow, I cannot wait to see some of those matches. In other fighting game news, Street Fighter Cross Tekken has a complete changelog up of changes to almost every character in the game. Everything's finally available for a read-through, and it's fascinating how different everything's going to be. I don't know if these changes are going to revitalize Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but I can't wait to see what they've done. Personally, I love the game. It's a lot of fun. I know with the tag team format and the way the timeouts are happening, it's not, the best tournament game, especially with their gem system. But these changes might just revive everything a little bit. We're gonna have to see. Do you guys think DJ Wheat went a little bit overboard? Do you think Destiny shouldn't have hopped off like that? Do you guys think that 20 levels per race is gonna keep Heart of the Swarm alive? Let me know in the comments below. The show's gonna be coming at you weekly, so make sure you guys continue to tune in and check it out. Let me know if there's anything you wanna see, any changes you wanna see. The community matters. You guys are the only reason I put this all together. So follow us on Twitter at RealBTGaming, follow us on Facebook at Beyond Technical, or follow us and subscribe on YouTube. See you guys next week. Pterodactyl. Look how big my arm is. It's huge. It just keeps going.